Yo, what's up guys? Today we're back on Pokemon Showdown for another OU live. Now this time I'm going to be using the newly released in Japan, HOOPA Unbound. Now this is actually a Jamvad team, but he gave me a special HOOPA over the set that I wanted to use. And like I said, I wanted to use a set with Hyperspace Fury just because it's pretty cool. By now I probably already uploaded a Wi-Fi battle yesterday using this team. And yeah, let's try and hit up the ladder, maybe get a couple games, see how we do. The main problem I see with HOOPA is it can't switch into anything. So in order to patch that weakness or that that flaw, I guess you could say, Jamvad packed Rotom Wash with it to Volt Switch on out of there. I made a few HOOPA teams, but I haven't tested them. Like for example, versus this team, I can't really bring in HOOPA versus anything. Weavile is just a threat that's going to be able to pursue trap me, probably even if I stay in. And well, maybe not if I stay in, but we'll see how this goes. Nice name, thank you. See, I kind of like the original HOOPA now that it had HP Ice because it O-code Garchomp, but I actually just want to lead off with my Venusaur because if I Mega Evolve right off the bat, I can beat his Garchomp 1v1. I think I don't want to. I don't have Will-O-Wisp on my Rotom Wash, so I don't want to lead off with that. I do have Thunder Wave though on it, which will be very, very helpful. So just gonna Mega Evolve right off the bat and just fire off some Giga Drains. Just trying to do some damage to this Garchomp. He's definitely the defensive set, and he just went for Dragon Tail right here. So I'm able to bring him down to 50%, which is really nice. He'll go down to basically anything but this Pokemon on my team. So I cannot stay in right here. I'm actually going to switch out into my Rotom. I did not predict his Heatran. I just didn't want to take a Fire Blast or anything like that, as I believe I want to click Thunder Wave right here. Just because if he ended up going out into Venusaur, that would have been fine by me, as I could slow it down for my HOOPA, even though I'm more than likely going to outspeed it. Also, it hit Latias as well, so I believe I'm just going to go for Hydro Pump, just because I do have a switch into Venusaur being my what's it called? My Latios, sorry, as well as my own Venusaur. So I am able to hit the Garchomp upon switching with the Hydro Pump. I'm actually just going to go for a second Hydro Pump, as he does miss the Stone Edge. Unfortunately, if you didn't want to miss though, you could have used HP Rock. Just saying. But Garchomp is gone. I can defog for free, sort of, not really. As the Venusaur is going to come in now. This is a threat to me. Trying to decide how I want to deal with this. I don't want to go directly into my Latios because I don't want him to double into Weavile, predicting that. Or even go out to Weavile in general, because then this thing becomes an issue. But yeah, I'm going to go out to Garchomp because I can get up my Stealth Rock, as well as weaken his Venusaur with the Dragon Tail. I'm able to get it in on the Sludge Bomb as well. He doesn't poison me, which is pretty nice, as I am able to go for my Stealth Rock right here. Now Weavile is going to come out. Ooh, the pressure's on. As he's definitely going for Ice Crash right here. Because what I really want to do is, then I guess I can lose to Latias. Maybe I can force a Speed Time on my Venusaur. What I really want to do is go out to my Rotom on the Icicle Crash, and then proceed to basically switch into my Garchomp again on the knockoff, let him take all that damage, and then Pursuit Trap him with my Scizor. But I don't think that's gonna work out. I don't necessarily need my Rotom Wash healthy, but then again, I have really nothing to deal with his Heatran bar my HOOPA, so I think I'm actually gonna go out to Rotom Wash on the Icicle Crash right here. Let it take that damage, and let him take all that damage with the, because Rotom does more versus his team than Garchomp does. So I'm actually gonna switch right back out into my Garchomp on his knockoff. That way he takes all that damage, takes some extra damage, as well as some extra Life Orb, the Rocky Helmet, the Ruskin, and then I believe that puts him in pursuit range after his next Life Orb hit. So I'll be able to deal with Weavile, which is really nice. Just gonna go for Dragon Tail right here, as I believe with his next Life Orb hit, I will be able to knock him out with Pursuit on the switch out, which is what I'm expecting him to want to do right here. So just gonna go for Pursuit, as I'm hoping that he switches out. If he goes for knockoff, I guess that could be bad, but ends up switching out, which is nice. Now he has to defog unless he wants to come back in, as he can bring out his Heatran, and that gives me a nice U-turn into Toxic on what variant is this? But that gives me a free U-turn into Latias, as he with my Scizor, as he ends up going out to Latias, which is great. No defog for him. Latias is gone, which would have been a threat, and that was dumb. On my part? Ah, I was about to say, you saying it's dumb on my part? You're the one that stayed in with your with that Pokemon. But I believe I can go out to HOOPA. The reason I want to go out to HOOPA is because I want to force him to go out to Keldeo. If he goes Trent, I can just Hyperspace Fury. If he goes Venusaur, I can Hyperspace Fury. But forcing in Keldeo means that I can bring out my Latios on whatever he brings out. Aim's name on Showdown is just Aim, I believe. Huh? This is also my name on Showdown. But oh, no wonder the timer hasn't been done. What the hell? I haven't put on timer. But yeah, I don't know if Hoopa's gonna be able to clean up, but if I do get rid of Keldeo, I can basically clean up. He actually ends up going out to Venusaur, which is nice because I can just start firing off some Hyperspace Furies on this guy, which is great. It will be a solid 2 KO. Venusaur cannot beat me, especially because of my Spadef. Oh my god, I just punched this dude in the face. Unless he has knockoff, but I just punched this guy in the face. Oh my god. That did 62%. You know, when originally Hoopa got announced, we all thought that Hyperspace Fury lowered our opponent's defenses, which would have made Hoopa a lot better, I feel. But I'm able to punch this guy from a different dimension as Venusaur is going to go down, and Keldeo can definitely come out. I want to save my Hoopa just because I can go for some more. I can go for some more Hyperspace Furies versus Heatran. So I'm actually going to switch out into my Scizor. I do have my Venusaur to come in as well, and I also have my Rotom Wash to pivot on his Keldeo, but he's able to go for Scald right here as I think Rotom is fine, honestly. Well, I can bring in Rotom on his Heatran. And again, Scald isn't going to do much. I'm just going to go out to my Venusaur and click Giga Drain. At this point, Latios just wins the game. I could have just went into it and dropped a Draco, but it doesn't matter. I just wanted to bring out my Venusaur just because it forces him out. Forces him also to sack his Weavile, which is really nice because that means I can defog if I want to. I don't have to, but if I want to, I can. As Heatran is going to come out, and I can go directly into Rotom if I want to. I'm just going to sack Rotom because I want to go for Hyperspace Fury one more time. I really do. Oh my god. But he was a Life Orb Trance, so that's cool to know. I mean, I could go out to my Hoopa, and I could go for Grass Knot predicting Keldeo, but I mean, Hyperspace Fury is just cooler. And this is a Life Orb Trance, so it's not like I'm going to lose to it, because I can just go for Psyshock anyway. I just want to show off more Hyperspace Furies. I think this attack looks so sick on Wi-Fi, which is specifically the reason why, the aesthetics of this attack is just the reason why I went for, why I decided to use this over the special variant. Though Jambat did have HP Ice, which would have been a lot cooler. Would have O-code lead Chomp. But Keldeo is going to come out, just going to click Grass Knot, as he's able to knock me out with the Scald. And my Latios can just come in and just revenge kill him with the Side Shock. Or I can drop, you know what, I'm going to drop a Draco, because I haven't dropped the Draco all day. And he's actually Scarf Keldeo, doesn't matter. But I'm just going to say good game as I drop a Draco on him. And yeah, so we're going to be looking for another game, guys. I'm going to pause it until we find one. We will be right back. Alright, so we've got a battle versus Horsehead is a G. Huh? Now, my opponent actually has a pretty annoying team. Skarmory is actually very, very annoying to this team. Scizor actually puts in some work as well, but Scizor puts in work because it can definitely stop the Umbreon. I can also see the Kyurem being annoying. I mean, Hoopa is hard to switch into, but it's also hard to bring in. I think my Hyperspace Fury version of this team, though, can definitely do better versus this type of team. So I'm actually going to lead off with Scizor, as he leads off with Hoopa, which is nice. I really, really, really want to pursue. I'm actually going to attempt to. Oh my god, thank god that actually worked out. As I'm able to get off a lot of damage on Hoopa, as Skarmory is going to come out. Now, that gives me a free, or a nice switch out into, or switch in rather, into my Rotom Wash, as he is going to get up his Stealth Rock. Interesting. I wasn't sure what type of Skarmory, I mean, it had to be a Stealth Rocker unless Metagross was a Stealth Rocker, but I wasn't sure what Skarmory it was, as I am going to be able to Volt Switch on out of there versus the Kyurem, which is also a pretty big threat to this team. Now, Scizor can knock it out with BP. I believe Life Orb BP can knock it out at that range, so I'm actually going to attempt to go for that. I could, yeah, because if Skarmory comes out, I can just Roost up versus this, so I'm just going to go for BP. as Skarmory is going to come out. And like I said, I can just roost for honestly free. He does have the Rocky Helmet, which is good to know. If he wants to whirlwind me out, that is fine. I'm able to get off my roost as he is going to whirlwind me out into Garchomp, which is nice because I can get up my Stealth Rock as well. I could also Fire Blast this thing. I'm actually going to choose to get up my Stealth Rock just because I want to pressure his Kyurem upon switching, and he actually does not have a real switch into this thing because even though Spadef Skarmory can beat it 1v1, Fire Blast is still doing a nice amount, as if he whirls me out into my Latios, I can drop a Draco on this dude and he will die. So I'm actually just going to drop that Draco as Skarmory goes down. And like I said, Skarmory was going to be an issue for this team. I still am pretty paranoid about Umbreon, but Azumarill is going to come out, and that is going to give me the switch out into, or the switch in rather, into my Venusaur. I'm kind of anticipating him to want to double into Kyurem. If I was my opponent, I probably would do that, to be honest. And I don't know how much I really need Latios this game. It doesn't really do much. And I do have 2 switch-ins, so I'm actually going to defog right here. If he wants to knock off, so be it. I want to get rid of his rocks for the entirety of the game, as my opponent is going to belly drum up. And like I said, it doesn't make a difference to me. I have Venusaur in the back at full, and yeah, I can just Psyshock right here. Like, Aqua isn't even going to knock me out, so I'm going to be able to go for the Psyshock right there, put him in BP range if I honestly wanted to. I think that might be smarter than Mega Evolving. Yeah. Mega Evolving my Venusaur. I mean, Mega Evolving with Venusaur doesn't do anything versus his team. And I'd rather bring out Scizor because he has nothing to switch into Scizor. So I'm actually just going to go for BP. As Life Orb BP, easily able to knock out the Azumarill right there. And the Stealth Rock are gone, which is really nice. Metagross is going to come out. I do have Garchomp to go into. Hopefully, hoping that he could take all this damage, as unfortunately he does miss. So if he does have Ice Punch, that's unfortunate for him. But yeah, Janved's actually watching me. Janved did give me this team. We were trying to record. Oh wow, Ice Punch actually knocks it out, no matter what. So I'm actually gonna go out into Scizor, and no, Rotom is smarter than Scizor. I'm gonna go out to Rotom because I can Volt Switch and then go out to Scizor. I'm expecting him to go out to Umbreon right there, so I can Volt Switch on there. On this thing, as he actually ends up staying and going for the Zen Headbutt. That is fine though, because I do have my Scizor, which can just come in, and I guess it's scary if he does. I guess it would be scary if he does flinch me right here, but I'm just gonna go for U-turn because U-turn can knock him out. I don't expect him to actually switch out because he's already seen Pursuit. So U-turn barely misses out on the KO, but now my Hoopa does outspeed him because of that speed drop. He's still a threat though, but he's going to be in range of the BP from my Scizor, which is good to know. Actually just going to go for Fire Punch right here, as he actually stays in. I wasn't expecting him to stay in just because he does have Umbreon in the back, but like I said, Scizor can clean up, and Scizor can also roost up versus Umbreon. So goes out to his own HOOPA Unbound. I'm just going to fire off a Hyperspace Fury as he wins a speed tie right there. A little bit unfortunate, but again, Scizor can just come out and go right for the BP. Hoopa does not get any priority. If he wants to go Umbreon, I can roost up versus Umbreon, and I'm also just planning on knocking out the Hoopa. So even though Foul Play would do a lot of damage, I believe I can just go for Roost. I'm going to attempt to Roost up on this thing. Foul Play is going to do damage to me, definitely, but shouldn't be able to knock me out. I actually might have choked this away. I didn't expect it to do that much. Really didn't expect it to do that much. Might just lose to Kyurem now. I'm just going to go for U-turn, at least knock out the Umbreon. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose the Kyurem, but we will actually see. So I'll be able to bring out my Rotom Wash right now and actually attempt to Thunder Wave this Hoopa. I don't think I'll live its attack, but I'm just going to attempt to Thunder Wave, as I do end up living the attack. So I'm able to cripple this Hoopa. Unfortunately, I didn't realize Foul Play would do that much damage to me, but Hydro Pump will be able to knock him out. And I mean, Kyurem can definitely tear me apart with Ice Beam. So I might have misplayed. I didn't expect Garchomp to go straight down to that Ice Punch. I didn't expect, what else? I also didn't expect Umbreon Foul Play to do that much. Granted, it is based on my own damage, or my own attack, but I'm just going to attempt to go for the Thunder Wave right there, as he's able to knock me out with the Ice Beam. And Venusaur is actually going to go down. So I guess I misplayed right there. I should have just switched directly, or even U-turn straight out into my Scizor and then tried to play around with this Kyurem. I don't know how much the Ice Beam is going to do. It's probably going to do a lot, but I don't think it'll knock me out, not from full. I am a Mega Venusaur. So I guess it depends on if I can get a Sludge Bomb, crit, and poison right now, as neither happens, and that's going to be a good game. So, maybe I should have kept up the Stealth Rock on the field. Not sure exactly. Maybe I should have switched directly into my Venusaur and saved my Latios. Probably would have been the better play, but, you know, you learn from it. So I'm still just trying to use this Pokemon as well as this team. But yeah, I'm going to pause it till we find one. Be right back. Alright, so we got another game, and my opponent really, I gotta tell Jamvad, come check this HOOPA fodder my opponent has. Yeah, I think Bolt Lottie would also really work on this team, but my opponent has nothing to switch into HOOPA. Oh my god, it actually just destroys him. I'm also pretty weak to the Extra Drill, but I'm just gonna lead off with HOOPA because it... Yo, HOOPA Lord. Even though I'm not expecting Brave Bird right here, Rotom is my best play anyway. He could be a defensive set with Taunt Wisp, which is something that I could be expecting. But Rotom is easily my best play. No matter what. Maybe if he wants to switch out also in the Skarmory. I can't take a Brave Bird. Unfortunately, HOOPA actually does really well versus Balance, but it's really hard to switch in. Like, it's really hard to switch into stuff. Let me just do something. Chat plus room voice and TV jam. But yeah, he ends up Will-O-Wisting, which is good. I couldn't risk my HOOPA getting burnt there anyway, as I'm actually just gonna Volt Switch on out of there. He's probably gonna bring out Ferrothorn, as I want to see how much Fire Punch does, or even Fire Blast, but Venusaur is easily the best play. But if Fire Punch does a lot, you know, I wanna. Oh, either way, I get off the Mega Evolution right now, which gives me that extra bulk as well. Venusaur also has a bit of fun versus my opponent's team. Does have Talonflame. Does have Talonflame, but I'm actually just going to go for Sludge Bomb right here, expecting that Talonflame to want to come out. Even if Skarmory comes out or anything else, at least I can go for Sludge Bomb. I don't care if Ferrothorn gets up hazards. I can defog later on. And the HP Fire is so obvious, and Talonflame is supposed to come in to deal with Venusaur. So, well, I tried to make a play right there. Obviously didn't work out for me, as my opponent opts to get up Stealth Rock. Okay, fine by me. I'm actually just going to Sludge Bomb again. If he wants to Gyro Ball, then so be it. I'm expecting Talonflame to want to come out. Togekiss actually ends up coming out. So Togekiss comes in on Sludge Bomb. I get a crit, and that does damage. It definitely does damage. I don't want to get Air Slash to death. So it's really hard. What do I want to go out into? I'm thinking actually HOOPA can come in. Though HOOPA does destroy my opponent, I think HOOPA can actually come in, so I'm actually going to opt to go out into HOOPA, because if he roosts, then I can Gunk Shot it, and also if he Air Slash, it wouldn't do too much to me, so I really want to predict Skarmory or Ferrothorn when I come out. I wouldn't expect them to stay in with this thing, so I'm actually going to go for Fire Punch right here, as Ferrothorn is going to come out, and I'm able to do a hell of a... Oh my god! It just dropped. Did anybody see that? It just dropped. Oh my. Had I known that, I would have went directly into HOOPA and just Fire Punched that thing. Oh my god. It just dropped. It actually just dropped. Holy crap. Friends? Is anybody seeing this? Ferrothorn just... Oh my god. Just dropped. Holy crap. Talonflame is going to come out. I kind of expecting a double into Extra Drill, to be honest, but Rotom is still easily the best play. I can even get off a Thunder Wave if I want to, no matter what. My opponent decides to Brave Bird, and because Leftovers does bring it back to a good amount of HP, I can really go for Hydro Pump, I believe. I don't see... I mean, my opponent does have probably Mega Slowbro, but between Life Orb, Scizor, Dragon Tail, Garchomp, Mega Venusaur, Latios, and HOOPA Unbound, I don't think I can lose that Pokemon. So I'm actually just going to Hydro Pump right here, just in case he wants to bring out Extra Drill. As he opts to bring in Extra Drill, and Extra Drill is actually an Assault Vest or a Leftover Spadef variant, because that thing eats that up. That Pokemon actually eats that up, and I think I'm pretty sure my own Garchomp is a better play than anything else. I'm kind of scared about Togekiss, I guess, this game. Rotom still puts in a lot of work versus my opponent's team, and because his Extra Drill is actually Spadef, he's definitely not running that much speed. That means HOOPA can outspeed it. His only way of dealing with HOOPA is honestly his Talonflame, like. So I'm gonna bring out my Garchomp, as he unfortunately crits me, and I believe I'm just gonna go for my Stealth Rock. I think Togekiss is a pretty free switch for my opponent, and my opponent can actually just, like I said, go out to Togekiss freely. But I am actually going to double into HOOPA, predicting Togekiss to want to come out, because I mean, you got to get HOOPA in on doubles and on Volt Switch and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure Togekiss was a switch in, as I'm able to bring out my HOOPA, and what I can do is just fire off a Gunk Shot. He probably saw Fire Punch and think, okay, this guy doesn't have anything to hit me, so able to knock out the Togekiss with the Gunk Shot, which is really nice. Means I can drop Dracos for free versus this guy, as HOOPA is really just putting in work. This is how you got to use HOOPA. You got to bring it on Volt Switches and nice doubles. So I'm actually going to pause it till my opponent makes a move. We'll be right back. Alright, so Talonflame is going to come out. Now, I feel like I have to switch directly into Rotom, no matter what he does. We already know Brave Bird isn't going to do crap. Pretty sure he'll Brave Bird, but I'm actually going to go on to my Garchomp, as he pulls a double into Excadrill. Now, the reason I went Garchomp is if he did Brave Bird, I can bring out Rotom and Thunder Wave, and if he doubled right there like he ended up doing, I can actually go for Earthquake if I want to. So, now this is a little bit scary, because, I'm not scary, because I'm pretty sure Skarmory is coming up. I'm just going to Earthquake. It is my safest play, no matter what. I've been attacking, I've been trying to make some plays, so he might actually just try and stay in. He let Talonflame go down to... to basically 1 HP upon switching. Even though Skarmory is his best play right here, or even Slowbro, I feel relatively safe. Like I said, I can drop Dracos on this guy. He does have 2 Steel types, but Skarmory, if it's not Spadef, isn't going to be taking it too well. Why does he have 3 Steel types on his team? Why does this guy have like 4 Mons to take Dracos? Even Spadef Talonflame at full can take the Draco, and Slowbro too. So this guy just does not want to lose to Latios, but I will be able to go right for the Earthquake right here. If Skarmory wants to come out, that's fine. If Talonflame comes out, then I win by clicking Earthquake after that. And if he sacks Excadrill, maybe... I mean, I don't really mind what he does. I'm pretty sure it's Mega Slowbro, because there's no other Mega on my opponent's team. It doesn't have to be, though. But if I get off any damage on that, I bring in my... I'm able to bring out my HOOPA, and then just click Hyperspace Fury. So I'm actually going to pause it until he makes a move. Be right back. My opponent chooses to bring out Skarmory, which is nice because I can just click Fire Blast right here. It's going to do 56%, and I get a burn on top of that, which is crazy, as he is going to be able to spike up. Now, again, that doesn't matter necessarily for me, because I would have been able to 2-KO it anyway. The burn is nice, though, because he won't be able to recover off anything, and I can freely just drop Dracos versus my opponent. Now, those extra spikes are a little bit annoying. Maybe he's trying to win with the Mega Slowbro, but I can Dragon Tail that thing out whenever it comes out, so... It's not like I am 100% scared of it, and as long as I do have Life Orb Scizor as well as HOOPA in the back, I think I'm pretty safe versus Mega Slowbro. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm really safe versus Mega Slowbro, so that burn is really nice because it means Skarmory can't come back in. I'm able to knock it out with the next Fire Blast. Excadrill cannot come in. He has to bring out his Slowbro at this point, and I believe, I think Dragon Tail is my best play. Because if he Calm Minds up, he could be an issue, as he does try and Calm Mind up. I'm going to Dragon Tail him out, like I said, as Slowbro is going to... Whatever comes in, had it been not Excadrill, it would have been nice. But Slowbro is going to be able to come back out, and I'm pretty sure Slowbro is going to come back out, but I'm just going to click Earthquake anyway, as Talonflame ends up coming out for some reason. I'm okay with him sacking Talonflame, because that just means he loses to my HOOPA. So again, I'm okay with that. I think Dragon Tail is still my best play, as he's going to Brave Bird, so it's going to be a double down right here. And I wanna just defog, because again, I'm not scared of Slowbro. I have a Life Orb Scizor, I have Venusaur. I mean, I can't crit Mega Slowbro obviously, but I mean, Lottie at this point just drops Dracos and kind of wins the game. So yeah, Lottie's fine. I just want to defog away his hazards, as Excadrill is going to come out. And if he wants to spin, that is fine. I'm just going to defog, like I said. Get rid of this guy's hazard. Jam Veg is leaving. Ooh, you think HOOPA, does it end, or did your computer die on you, bro? I guess the world will never know. But I'm able to get rid of these hazards, as he is going to be able to go for Earthquake. Now, what I'm actually going to do right here is spam Psyshock, because I do not want... I want my HOOPA to be able to come in. I'm pretty sure just based on the fact that, well, one, my Chomp outspeeds him, so I already know 100% that my Hoopa outspeeds him, and Hoopa will be able to end the game right here. I can just click, I don't even have to click Fire Punch because Hyperspace Fury has 100% it doesn't have accuracy, it just hits. It always hits. So able to knock out the Excadrill with that, and Slowbro is not going to be able to set up enough to where it can beat Hoopa. It probably will be able to live this hit just because it's more than likely Mega Slowbro, but this is going to do a hell of a lot. And if he doesn't Mega Evolve, then I'm pretty sure he can die. So let's see how much this actually does. That's a good amount of damage, not gonna lie, as he's able to knock me out with Scald, but I can just go right out into my Scizor and knock him out with the Life Orb U-turn, and that is gonna be game. So that was a really good game. Hoopa definitely put in work. That's how you have to play Hoopa, guys. You have to make aggressive doubles with it if you want to get it in. It's pretty poor versus offense just because everything outspeeds it and can knock him out, but it's really nice versus these balanced teams. And U-turn plus Volts, which also really helps it out. So I'm gonna pause it, guys, until we find another one. We'll be right back. Alright, so we found another game now. Mega Venusaur. Why does this guy have Chansey? What does Chansey do for your team? Tell me. Oh my god. Now, Mega Venusaur actually has some fun versus my opponent's team. Same with Latios if I can get up. Well, I'm going to get my Stealth Rock anyway, so I'm leading off with Garchomp. As my opponent leads off with Bisharp, I'm going to go for a Stealth Rock. He's going to switch out into Chansey the switching, but what I can do with this Stealth Rock is, because I got up my Stealth Rock, I can Dragon Tail now, as he chooses to get up his own Stealth Rock, and because Stealth Rock are up plus that chip damage, I can actually get a nice advantage versus whatever comes in. Now I am expecting him to burn me right here, but there's not much I can do about that. Maybe I can go out into my Rotom Wash if I want to, and then pivot into Scizor to Pursuit Trap him. Rotom Wash doesn't really do too much this game, so I'm actually going to go out to my Rotom Wash on what I'm expecting to be a Will-O-Wisp. Even a Shadow Ball would be fine. He's leftovers, not Life Orb, so it's not going to do too much, as again I can just Volt Switch on out of there, go out into my Latios, and then just start spamming attacks, make some aggressive doubles, stuff like that. So just going to go for Volt Switch as he ends up subbing, and what I can do is just Pursuit Trap him now. I don't care if my Scizor gets burnt, because the point of this is to Pursuit Trap the Gengar. He might also switch out fearing the Bandit Bullet Punch, as I would be able to knock it out at that range. So just gonna go for Pursuit as he misses the Will-O-Wisp. Pretty unfortunate because Pursuit also gets a crit, so I'm able to knock him out. I think it would have knocked him out anyway without the crit, but obviously the miss mattered. So Venusaur is gonna come out, and Venusaur is an issue. I want to save my Scizor for Chansey, I suppose. He's just gonna HP Fire right here. Oh well. I could just go for the BP. I mean, Latios is the best play no matter what. Yeah, Latios is always the best play right here, as he Mega Evolves and chooses to go for the HP Fire. And I can definitely knock him out, so I'm anticipating him to want to switch out into Klefki or the Bisharp. So I'm actually going to pull a double out into my Garchomp right here, anticipating that, as he chooses to go out into Bisharp right now. And what I can do is, I don't want to click Earthquake because I'm pretty sure Chansey's going to want to come in, and Chansey will be able to sponge that. So I'm actually just going to go for Dragon Tail. Even if he goes for Knockoff, that is fine, but Venusaur ends up coming out, which is nice because I get off the Stealth Rock, as well as miss my Dragon Tail. A little bit unfortunate, but things like that happen. Just going to go for Dragon Tail again, just because Giga Drain isn't going to do too much. Would have been nice to hit it the first time, but I really can't complain too much, or at all, just because he did miss the earlier Will-O-Wisp. So let's just go for Earthquake right here as he chooses to go for Knockoff. Yeah, I thought Earthquake at this point. I didn't look at any damage, I didn't calc anything, but Earthquake might have been able to 2-hit KO Venusaur depending on rolls, and Bisharp is such a threat that I want to get rid of it, as Keldeo is going to come out, and Keldeo is going to be nice for my Latios to want to come out, but seeing as how Rotom Wash does nothing, I'm actually going to go out to Rotom because I don't mind if he subs. I don't want him to Icy Wind my Latios switching, and I can just Volt Switch on out of there. I will be able to break his sub no matter what, and I can just spam Psyshock because Latios just wins at this point. So I'm just going to Volt Switch on out of there as he Secret Swords. His best play, and like I said, I can just spam Psyshock at this point with my Latios. Another play I can make is also go for Defog, but because Chansey is still live, there really is no point, and I don't have to make any aggressive plays with my Latios. I could predict Klefki and actually double into Hoopa just to get off a Fire Punch. I think I'm actually going to do that, just to get off that Fire Punch. Like, if he wants to stay in, then that's fine. You got to get Hoopa in on doubles anyway, but I'm anticipating Klefki, or Chansey, I guess, to want to come out. That works too. Just going to Hyperspace Fury this thing. Oh my god, it's a 2-hit KO, and I don't even have max attack investment, or near max attack, but he is able to Thunder Wave me. Little bit annoying, not gonna lie. but I'll be able to waste some seismic toss, some softballs as well. Granted, he'll be able to OHKO me with the in 2 more hits. He'll be able to knock me out with what's it called? He'll be able to knock me out with the seismic toss in a couple hits, but Chansey can be an issue to this team, definitely. I do get paralyzed right there, which is nice for him. As he's going to be softballed up. I do not mind that too much. I just want to weaken this Chansey. As long as I kill myself to Life Orb, I'm fine with that. I guess I could go for Gunk Shot if I want to. Honestly, I might as well. You know. Because if I get a poison, that'd be really nice as well. But I don't get that poison. And if he wants to, if he chooses to go for the Seismic Toss right now, I actually would have been able to knock him out, but he actually switches down to Klefki, which is nice on my opponent's part. Definitely a good play. He does leave his Chansey weakened though, and this also weakens Klefki as well, so not the worst of plays for me. I can just Fire Punch right here. I haven't shown Fire Punch, so unfortunately I do get paralyzed. Whatever though, I just want to get rid of Klefki. If Klefki play roughs me, that's fine. As I am able to knock it out with the Fire Punch, which is nice because that means that my Latios just wins the game 100%, because he has nothing for it. He does have Thunder Wave on that Chansey, but again, I don't mind that too much. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the Hyperspace Fury. It will be able to break his sub no matter what. I could go for Grass Knot too, but it actually blows through his sub. I forgot about that. Might have been a misplay on my part then, but we'll see. I mean, it does keep him low, so just gonna go for it again. He's forced to attack me right here. Yeah, and I can just bring out my Venusaur right now and break his sub. Again, Latios just wins the game. I forgot that it goes through sub too. But just gonna Mega Evolve with my Venusaur right now and go for Giga Drain. If he wants to switch out, then he switches out. Secret Sword doesn't do anything. He doesn't even go for Scald to try and burn me. I guess he's trying to Thunder Wave me with his Chansey. Makes sense. I would probably do the same. But I mean, if you want to do that, I would do the same thing. Just going to, I guess, just Sludge Bomb. Like, he's going Chansey here, or Venusaur works too. Nice. I'm able to get the Sludge Bomb off, and it is not a 2-hit KO, apparently. But what I can do is just Synthesis up on his initial Synthesis as well. His Sludge Bomb might be doing more to me, potentially, but I could just Sludge Bomb up versus here. I want to save my Garchomp because I can Earthquake the Chansey after I Thunder Wave it with my Rotom, which is why I want to save the majority of my team, if that makes sense. But again, I can knock him out with the next Sludge Bomb if he doesn't choose to go for Synthesis, which he does not, which is nice because, like I said, I can knock him out. And he actually just sacks the Venusaur, which is cool too because he doesn't try and Thunder Wave me with Chansey, and he ends up forfeiting. So that's going to be a good game, and I believe with that, we're going to end this live, guys. I hope you can see how to use Hoopa. Granted, I did lose that one game. Though a couple misplays on my part, I didn't know how much foul play did. I was actually talking with Jambet after, and he was like, "Yeah, I thought it would only do about 42, but you know, it's my own attack being used against me plus stab." So it's definitely a pretty fun live. How to use Hoopa, especially when you're playing balance, especially when you're playing anything that's not offense. Slower teams, stall, balance, aggressive doubles. Volt Switch / U-turn, because it's really hard to bring in this Pokemon versus anything. Bisharp outright OHKOs you with Sucker Punch. Offense has, alright, standard offense runs, let's see, Weavile, a Lottie, a Garchomp, and 3 other strong attackers, maybe a Keldeo. All of those can OHKO Hoopa or do enough damage to it and not die to its attack. Even Latios drops a Draco in that thing, but yeah, it's going to be in this live, guys. Oh, I didn't realize I decayed a lot on this account. But yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want. And until next time, guys, later.